The Last Candle. In a quiet village where winters were long and nights seemed endless, there lived an old woman named Marta. She was poor, living in a small wooden house at the edge of the forest. Her only treasure was a small box of candles. Each night, when the dark pressed against her windows, she lit a candle. The warm flame gave her comfort, like a faithful friend. But that winter was harsher than any before. Snow buried the village roofs, food was scarce, and Marta's box of candles grew emptier each night. One evening, she opened the box and found only one candle left. Her hands trembled as she lifted it. "This must last me through the night," she whispered. Marta lit the candle. Its flame flickered, small but steady. She sat beside it, wrapping her shawl tight. The little light filled the room with a golden glow, chasing away the cold shadows. As the hours passed, Marta felt her eyelids grow heavy, but before she could drift to sleep, there was a sharp knock on her door. She opened it to find a young boy shivering in the snow. His clothes were thin, his lips blue. "Please," he said, his voice weak. "May I come in? I am lost, and the night is so cold." Marta hesitated. Her house was small, her food almost gone, and her single candle was all she had. But when she looked at the boy's trembling hands, her heart softened. "Come in," she said gently. She placed the candle between them and shared the last piece of bread she had saved. Hours later, another knock came. This time, it was a young woman, holding a baby wrapped in rags. Snow clung to her hair. "I saw your light through the trees," she whispered. "My child is freezing. Could we stay until morning?" Again, Marta felt torn. Her house was too small, her candle burning shorter every moment. But the child's faint cry pierced her heart. "Yes," she said softly. "Come in and warm yourselves." She placed the baby in her own bed, covering it with the only blanket she owned. Through the night, more knocks came, a weary traveler and an old man with frost-bitten fingers. Each time, Marta opened her door. She gave what little she had, and each time, the small room grew fuller. A mother with 2 daughters was the last to arrive. The candle burned lower and lower, its wax dripping onto the table. Marta watched it with a heavy heart. "This is the last," she thought. "When it dies, we will be in darkness." But then something strange happened. Though the candle grew shorter, its light seemed brighter. The flame spread its glow across the room, shining on every face, warming every heart. The guests laughed, shared stories, and sang softly to pass the night. For the first time in years, Marta's little home was filled with life. Just before dawn, the candle burned down to its final inch. Marta bowed her head, tears filling her eyes. "This is the end," she whispered. At that moment, the baby in the bed gave a small cry, full of life. Everyone turned, and as they did, a faint light appeared through the frosted window. The first light of morning. The sun had risen, the darkness was gone, and the snow glittered like a million tiny stars. The long night had passed. The candle was gone, but Marta did not feel sorrow. She felt peace. Her last candle had guided strangers to her door, warmed cold hearts, and carried them all safely into a new day. A light shared is never wasted. Even the smallest flame can guide many through the darkness.